Ultimately, we're putting together paper that we do sell to smaller banks. Banks do buy from us some of our notes. We do sell to some family offices, some other institutional investors. So I just kind of wanted to say this is institutional grade paper that we are originating. And I think we've put in a couple of steps to make sure that it is attractive to the average investor and that they're covered.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil, and today I'm joined by someone that I'm looking forward to chatting with, Rick and Crystal Rumer, who originate mortgage notes with land as well as our single family investors. So excited to have you both here today.
Thank you so much. We're excited to be here.
Thanks for having us, and excited to share and glean from you and your audience as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's dive in. First off, for those who are not familiar with you and your work, can you share what your main focus is?
Yeah, of course. We do a couple of things. We do two things really well. We create land notes via owner finance, and we do also we originate notes in the single family realm. If I can touch on both of those really quickly, we buy larger tracts of land around Texas, think 100 or 400 acres. We subdivide that into 5 and 10 acre smaller ranchettes. We put a fence around it and a gate, and we turn around and sell those individual lots, not to a developer, but to end users that want to build their home or their homestead on that property. And we will owner finance that to them, generally at 10% for 15 years. This originates a note, and then we, just like Bank of America, creates a mortgage and 6 months later sells it to another bank. We're doing the same thing. We're originating that mortgage and we're turning around and selling that to another investor, so the investor can make 10% plus on their return by just sitting there and holding that paper. They get a stream of income that will last for 15 years. And then you want to talk about the single family, what we do there?
Yeah, single family, real short. We buy a home for cash, and then what we do is we turn around, same thing. We owner finance it and offer it to someone that can't get bought at a bank. And we offer them, instead of rental, home ownership, where they are now a homeowner and paying a mortgage for their family.
So both of those are owner finance. Both of them offer 10% plus returns to an investor that invests with us, and both of them are first lien positions. So a very safe position, just like a bank would be.
Awesome. And are you guys, I know you're in the Texas area. Is that your only market, or are you operating in other areas as well?
For land, we do all of Texas and in Arkansas. And then for our single family, we're up in the Midwest as well.
Yep.
But for all of our notes, whether it's land, whether it's single family, we're really big on making sure that our investors are protected with first lien position. It's monthly passive cash flow. It's also going to be vetted with a third-party servicer, and we have a servicer that handles that as well because they're amortized.
And a third-party RMLO. I think that's what you meant to say.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Awesome. How did you guys get started with this?
It's a good question. It's probably longer than we have time for right now. But I used to work for JP Morgan Chase, the big bank, went through the housing crunch, 2007 through 2009. Was also dabbling in real estate. We had a few rentals, and I came home one day and I said, babe, I can't work for this company anymore. Let's go do real estate full time. And so 2010, we started fixing and flipping single family homes down in Houston, Texas. We got into owner financing, got away from the rentals, got away from the flipping. We've tried just about everything. I say that there's a lot of ways to do real estate, but we've tried a lot. But where we really settled and what really spoke to us and what we got really good at, our niche is owner financing. So just like we've talked about, we do it in land, we do it on the single family, and we've really found a good way to do it and a good system for it.
Yeah, I was going to say we actually had a fix and flip that we put too much money into it and we weren't able to sell it with what we needed to. So what we did is we used someone's self-directed IRA to then go ahead and uh, create a note basically for that self-directed IRA. And instead of doing a fix and flip, we were able to turn it into an owner finance project. And then we saw no one's calling for tenants and toilets. And we're like, oh, we like this. And same thing with some rentals, had some rentals that went south, turned them into owner finance. And then again, we weren't getting the phone calls in the middle of the summer that, my AC went out. They still had to pay their mortgage, which we love.
Awesome. You mentioned you have like a solid system for that. Can you expand on what that looks like?
Yeah, I would say that's been huge for us is making sure that we do have systems set in place with our notes. So on all of our notes, we're going to get a lender's title policy to protect ourselves and that lender to show that you're in first lien position. We do close at a title company, so everything is recorded as well. But what we do that's really special is that we do an RMLO, a residential mortgage loan originator, which is a third party that basically vets that borrower, making sure that they have the ability to pay. And then we also use a third-party servicer because these notes are amortized. So we make sure that then that borrower sends the payment to the third-party servicer. That servicer handles taxes, insurance, all the things, and then they end up sending us the remainder amount, and then we get that cash flow coming in each month.
Yeah, in general, here's what we're doing. We're doing this just like, and I've said this already, we're doing this just like a bank would do. We're using a third party to vet people, which, I would like to owner finance everybody. I would sell to him, sell to her, but we're having a third party really look over our shoulder, just like a bank would have a whole department that does due diligence on somebody and gets somebody approved. We're using a third party to do that. The same thing with the servicer. Ultimately, we're putting together paper that we do sell to smaller banks. Banks do buy from us some of our notes. We do sell to some family offices, some other institutional investors. So I just kind of wanted to say this is institutional grade paper that we are originating. And I think we've put in a couple of steps to make sure that it is attractive to the average investor and that they're covered.
Are your investors that you work with, like, do they need to meet a certain criteria? Who's kind of like your ideal investor client?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
It's a great question.
Yeah. So, yes, just like Rick said, we work with institutional investors. We work with all different accredited investors as well. But what we love about what we do with notes is that you do not have to be accredited. Our minimum is 20,000. So that's the beauty of what we do for people that are first time investing in notes, don't know anything about notes or in real estate. It really is a beautiful way to dip your toes in, and it's not a large amount. And so that's what we love, is that there's really no criteria. Our minimum is 20,000, but it could be used with someone's self-directed IRA, cash, trust. I mean, you name it, it doesn't matter. But we like to sell to teachers, nurses, just the everyday professionals as well. And then the institutional buyers, they're going to buy larger packages of our notes.
I was going to say, ultimately, we're relationship driven people. If we need to do some hand holding and it's your first time to invest in a note, totally get it. We deal with a lot of them, and we can hold your hand and explain really what you're purchasing and how you're protected. But at the same time, there's a great percentage of our investors that have done fix and flips and have done rentals or have multifamily, and they just really don't want to be on the active side anymore. This is a great way to have the most control, that ultimate trump card, first lien position, if somebody doesn't pay, but at the same time remain passive and just create that stream of monthly income. So we do find that a lot of attorneys and doctors, nurses like to buy this because they have a little bit of extra capital, but they really don't have the time to deal with real estate and don't want to. So they can be the bank on a transaction.
Awesome. What do you feel are some of the main keys that have allowed your business to be able to grow and to run smoothly?
Couple of things. Our longevity in the business. We didn't just start doing this 18 months ago. We've originated notes for quite a while. And quite honestly, I'm going to say the economic environment here in Texas has certainly helped us over the last 15 years. It's been a strong place to do real estate, a strong place to do business, and there's plenty of availability. We have no problem finding land to purchase. We have no problem finding a buyer that wants to buy that land. So I think that's helped us quite a bit. What else do you think has been a good buoy to our business?
Yeah, I think also the diversification play is huge for us. It's such a niche space that we're in. And so it is a nice way to move some of those funds out of the stock market and get into real estate, but you're not doing the dirty work. You're not doing all the hands on. You're just buying the paper and you're the lender on that asset and you're protected in that first lien position. I was going to say what's great with what we do is it is very much a steady investment. If you're looking for I would say the shiny out object, the home run hit, we're not that person, so we are not a fit. But if you like steady monthly cash flow coming in, we're those guys. So for us, that's an advantage because a lot of people right now in the economic environment, they're looking for something more steady and secure. And that's what we do.
Yep.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Amazing. Yeah, that is definitely something unique that you guys are up to.
Yeah. Thank you.
And when it comes to like your own investment journey, what has been maybe some lessons that you've learned that you wish you had when you were starting out?
I like this question.
I think we would have bought and held on to a lot more land, a lot more real estate. We would have held it for the long term. We have seen tremendous growth over the last 15 years, and some properties that we have bought and we turned around quickly sold. And now they're selling for 3 times, 4 times what we originally bought and sold them for. So I think lessons learned is get as much cash flow as you need right now, but hold on to hard assets for the long term. I hold on to that property and land for as long as you can.
Yeah, and why we love land so much is because we always say God's not making any more of it. So the value of it is it steadily goes up. And that's what we love about land. And if you're familiar with Texas, Arkansas, we basically buy right outside of the major cities. So the development and growth happening is crazy right now. So all of that land is starting to get bought up. And so why we love it is that our investors that buy the land from us or that land know they're in growth areas that just we don't see that slowing down anytime soon.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. That's important.
But so buy and hold land.
Yeah. And when you buy and hold this land, or do you then develop it or you just continue to hold it?
Most of the time we're subdividing it and developing it into smaller tracts so then we can turn around and sell it. We do keep some and hold on to it, but our business model is to buy large tracts, subdivide it into smaller tracts, put a little bit of infrastructure on there, and then sell it to an individual that wants to own or finance that land and turn that into their homestead, their dream um, little slice of heaven, I guess you can say.
Hmm.
Amazing. And what are you most focusing now when it comes to solving or scaling to the next thing in your business?
I mentioned this earlier. There's no problem finding land. There's no problem finding buyers for that land. What our bottleneck, our what slows our business down is these notes that we create. We have to turn around and sell these notes to another investor so that we can recapitalize. We need to get some funds for that, and then we can go buy more land and go do it over again. So ultimately, it's about moving money and how quickly can we move money. So we spend a fair amount of time educating folks on the note industry as it is relatively niche. And if we had a larger pool of note buyers, that would help us tremendously in order to scale.
Yeah, and I would also say right now on the single family side, we're really focusing on the affordable housing. Right now, there's just so many families that need homes, but they can't afford them right now. And so right now we are helping families. Our goal for 2026 is 100 homes for 100 families. So we are really pushing and helping other families get into affordable housing right now. And that's where we're looking to really scale on the single family side. So we're in no shortage of finding homes for these borrowers. We're in no shortage of finding borrowers. But I would say right now, when we buy those properties for cash, we always look for private lenders as well to take down packages of those homes, where then we can turn around and owner finance them. But affordable housing is really a need right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. And what type of like, I know you mentioned you do like creative financing. What does that look like in your terms?
Yeah, on the land, we're generally going to finance somebody at 10% for 15 years. Every once in a while, we'll do one at 11% for 20 years. But we have a little bit shorter timeline on these single family. I'm sorry, on the land notes that we create. Saying that on the single family side, we are financing at 10% for 30 years, more of a traditional 30-year mortgage note for somebody. That makes their payment significantly lower for the folks that used to be renters that we're now giving the opportunity to be a homeowner. And that's what it's about for us, is providing the opportunity for somebody to change the trajectory of their family. They might have been a renter for their whole life, or sometimes even second generation renter, but we're taking those renters, putting them into an owner finance home. They now get to build equity, and we all know in America that's generally where most people create their wealth, is through their home ownership.
Mhm.
um, so those terms are going to be 10% for 30 years, and on the land side it's generally 10% for 15.
Awesome. And how do you guys find like the investors or the people that you partner with?
Well, like Rick was talking about earlier, it really comes down to relationships. So we're definitely relationally based business, but it's all over. We use people's self-directed IRA, so we're connected with different IRA companies, different investment groups as well. But I would say majority is going to be of our clients referrals and just relationship based as
Yep.
well.
Yeah, we have a tremendous number. When she's saying relationship based, we have a tremendous number. I would probably say 70 to 80% of people that will buy a note from us and then come back to us 6 months later or a year later, and they say, "Hey, do you have some more of these?" Or, "Hey, can I do another one?" Because ultimately, once they see that stream of income coming in, and they enjoy becoming the bank, and once they realize and something changes in their mindset, they're like, "Hey, we can keep doing this over and over."
Yeah.
So that's what she means when she says relationship based, is we're looking to do we take care of our customers. We look to do multiple deals with them.
Yeah. It's not about one transaction or a transaction. It's about growing together, seeing what their goals are, what their values are, and helping them ultimately grow their wealth as well.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So,
Absolutely.
before we wrap up here, if somebody wants to reach out, connect, learn more, where can people find you and connect with you?
Yeah, so I would say LinkedIn, Crystal Rumer with our emails, and I'm sure you can post this, but it's going to be Crystal at texassecurednotes.com, and then it's Rick at texassecurednotes.com. And then we also like Zoom calls all the time. We like virtual. If you're local, we do face to face quite often. But then we also are very open about sharing our phone numbers as well. So we can give you that information too.
Perfect. Appreciate your time and your story. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Well,
Appreciate it,
thanks for
Michelle.
having us.
Of
Thank you.
course. For those tuning into the show, if you got value, make sure that you've subscribed, They've got more conversations with operators who are building real businesses, and we will see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.